Got a Rice Krispie too. Rice Krispie too. Rice Krispie. Oh my goodness, Mom. You cannot even see, Mom. Oh, Mom, that is a whole passata or whatever. Put it right here. Rice Krispie go, I guess. But look here. He have today something special. What is it? Oh my gosh, do not drip it. Full of garlic and cheese. It was $5.99 at Foodland. Foodland Southampton. But they gave it to me for free at the Salvation Army. But they have them for sale, $5.99 at Foodland. They're like these pull-apart garlic cheese breads. Oh, good. They got garlic cheese. Yeah, I told the girl. She's saying, Telecom here to deliver your Amazon, like usual. Just like Cathy, I say, oh, can you please put you can just throw them right on the top of the stairs. But when I went up there, she was there. I said, thank you. I do have to watch how famous I am. People try to do me like I'm fucking Bill Cosby or something and shit. I swear. Some girls do it, some don't. Because I'm supposed to find a real girlfriend or something, but eventually, I think. This garlic's good, but you can't even see my face. Who taught me about the passata? Auntie Carolyn, my Auntie Carolyn. That's the passata he's eating, Auntie Carolyn. I didn't know anything about passata or anything. Garlic cheese. I'm so old. I mean, you know who he gets along with is Mama Africa. It's hard to explain. They have to be like this. Probably the mother of the Intellicom driver. That is who feel comfortable with me. or when older. Because he's more dominant man, so he need more dominant woman and big woman when it comes to not just the size of the woman, but the woman vagina have to be very much bigger, or else I learned you could have problem with woman vagina being too small and all these things. I said it before. Sometimes my endowment, it looks small, but it really isn't. It's just because a man is so big, the endowment. But trust me, the women learn how big the endowment is. It's a big endowment. It just sometimes it looks small, but trust me, once you get to the actual size image or whatever, it's big endowment. It's hard to explain. Or whatever. Some women do not like big endowment. Some women don't like Saxon Million. Sometimes I don't even like Saxon Million. I need to shave my face still. Especially today, right now. It looked like I'm like this so much cooler online guy, but that's who they want me to look like. That's who they're paying the money for, because I've been on yacht boats and everything. There's been pictures with me on the yacht boats and shit. I took them down. I didn't like the person that was in them. I said, ew, I'm on video with that guy. I said, I'm deleting that video. It's some out in Toronto. The guy's name was E. I said, ew, I'm in a video with a picture with that D and that E guy. Fuck those niggas. I said, I'm taking this video down. I didn't give a fuck about those videos. I said, fuck those niggas. They are going to tell me this and that because they used to pick on me and shit. So I said, fuck it, I'm taking it down. They weren't real friends. They didn't help me when I needed help. Nothing like that. The OPP had to help me. So shout out to the OPP for getting me out of Teeswater that day. I'll tell you what, there could have been bloodshed that day. There was really lucky. There was no bloodshed on my side of the fence or on Phil's side. That's why they have highly commended him and all that or whatever. He didn't stab Phil. There was no bloodshed. He was a respectable guy. Pepper spray. Because you look at me, you would have thought Phil would have got stabbed up right in the neck or whatever. But no, I didn't stab him. Because I know what it does to somebody's reputation. I was going for a good reputation where their reputation's fucked completely. They don't even have... Their reputations are so bad, Tommy. He sacrificed his reputation for my career, that Phil. Same with Cam, and Cam's got a whole life to live. Phil's a writer too. Hey, I'm a writer. I get royalties for my writings, though. I mean, at first I called Phil a snitch for writing a statement or whatever. But now that I get older and I'm making all these royalties off my writings and shit, he didn't make any money from his writing of any statements. I made money off my writings and my statements. All my writings and statements are monetized. His aren't. That was my idea. I said, all right, you want to go to court? I said, oh, you're writing statements like that, I said. Everybody knew the statements. They all love reading the statements and all that, writing the statements. Drake's cousin knew the statement. Everybody knew the statement. It was famous. One of Canada's most famous court cases. Everybody I know knows about that court case. I didn't know it was like that. It's everybody. It doesn't feel good or whatever, but I know that I defended myself or whatever, and it wasn't safe for me, and I was renting. I never did anything wrong. Paid my rent, I gave my notice and all that, but you know what happens or whatever. Phil isn't hurt. Phil's never did better. I think there was a lot of learning with me. There was a lot of learning with him. There was a lot of learning all together. Hopefully everybody's learned, because I can't afford something like that happening again. Not at all. The Grand Fillion. Anyways, that looked, yeah, anyways. Yeah, the Grand Fillion, but he helped me out quite a bit. He didn't help me, but I'm doing a lot better now anyway. Now I'm working, I'm a little bit jealous or mad that I still don't have that Cadillac Escalade or whatever. But I know one day I'll be able to get something else. I got an e-scooter, and I got an even faster e-bike. My e-bike used to be one of those old Gameox or whatever. My new one is 70 kilometers an hour. So that's good. He's got more tattoos now. He's got jewelry now, real jewelry. Before it was just costume jewelry. Yeah, I went from being costume jewelry to real jewelry thanks to Phil Thompson. So that was a big thing. Because the Phil Thompson story and all the publicity and all the communities and all that, and then all the sponsorships. There were people from years ago that were like, Tom, you went to jail for like 4 months or something like that. Here's this, here's that. Make sure you have that and all that. Big companies that you wouldn't even want to even. But those Thompsons, I'll be wary of you. They got millions, so I'd be wary of you. So even these bigger ones, hey, it's got nothing to do with me. If they threaten you, well, some say I should have shot them that day. They said, Tommy, you don't just pepper spray anybody these days. You got to actually shoot them or whatever in a self-defense or whatever, or else they're attacking Michael Dell and they're attacking Susan Dell and all that. You know what I mean? Because that's what they're saying. They're threatening Michael Dell, saying they're going to kill him and all that because I have Dell and all that. And I thought the U.S. government was stronger than that and was able to stop these killers, these ones that threaten like the YouTubers, the FBG ducks, that all that. So it's time for those big ones to step in and say, Phil, stop attacking people that have their products and all that. That's what happened in Teeswater. I had 2 Dell monitors that were stolen from me. That's what they tried. That's what they robbed them for. So I got and all that. So I got Dell again. He's got Dell again. Now I own a firearm. It's much different. That's what they taught me. They said, Tom, if somebody's coming to rob you for your expensive equipment and they're trying to kill you, you fire the gun on them. You don't just pepper spray. But I said, at the time or whatever, I was just a kid myself anyway. I wanted the learning lesson. That's what he always said. He wanted the learning lesson. At the time, he only had a starter pistol. So I seen it as like I'm a training operation. I was like, all right, I'm living as a citizen. I'm supposed to have a real firearm. He's supposed to have a real one, but I wanted it to be like that citizen that went from bottom to the top or whatever. So I had the trainer gun and all that. And then that whole play happened because those trainer things are what they use in movies. No, those trainer things are what they have in movies, real guns. That Alec Baldwin, that was a real gun that had ammunition in it, and then they were taking it in, putting it out, taking it in. This one was a starter pistol. It had the barrel obstructed and all that. All it was one of those fake guns that you shoot for movies. So I said, all right, Phil, I considered Phil a dumbass. I had just got out of Fort Myers. Go search it up. Florida, it's a military city. When you come from Fort Myers, all right, nobody like a Phil Thompson. As soon as Phil started choking me, broke his choke. Because in Cape Coral, I used to do karate, B12. I used to hang out with the brown belts, black belts, all of them. Stripes, whatever the fuck, whatever. Anyways, I wasn't even good at karate and shit, but I was better at boxing. All I know is that guy wasn't. And he tried to choke me, and he had a gun, but I came from the United States, and fucking boom, 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 boom. Then I pulled out the pepper spray. Fucking 4 times. 2 times in each eye. 1, 2, 1, 2. And then I was going to get him in the mouth too or whatever, but then I was like, hey, that's a little bit inhumane or whatever. I'm like, all right, you know what? I don't even care about all that stuff. Because I'm so famous, I'm just going to hop in the police car and I'm going to beat it in court, self-defense. I'm going to get out and make a big story of it. And I did it. Anyways, so that's what happened. You can't touch people or whatever. And see, Phil's used to killing people. But I had them all wrapped up. See, that's what you do as a celebrity. You have them all wrapped up in your celebrity. So that's what I started to do to them. They kill people like nothing. Farmers, they shoot cows right in the head, right? It's not hard to kill a person. So I started doing all these starstruck things to them. One of my fans came to town. There was a bunch of fans that came to town. It was hilarious. I had them coming in and at all angles. This one time I had a OPP officer roll up to his property to warn him. You better stop messing with Stacks and Millie. And he shot her. Boom, right in the neck. And I was like, damn, he shot her right in the neck, right here in Teeswater. It was one big thing or whatever. We had the fair and all that. There was a big fair video. I ate at Boomers. I ate at the fair. Actually, I didn't eat at the fair, but I watched a guy eat at the fair. He was eating these chicken wings. They had these hot wings, and the chicken wings looked good, buddy. And I watched him eat the chicken wings. At the time, I remember I had probably 6 or 7 beers or something at the beer tent. I was at the beer, and I did a video. When I got home, there was a whole video. And then they shut down he kept shutting the power off on me. Wayne Keller was jealous. He said, no, you just went to the fair as a normal old guy. You didn't have a video. So they kept shutting the power off me to corrupt my video and all that. So that's why you never got a Teeswater Fair video. Because we're doing fine up here in Port Elgin. Nobody even minds me. I'm just like a normal guy. You know, if you're big into the videos and all that, that's what I thought in Teeswater. I said, oh, it's a little bit small, but you got to watch the guys in the big monster trucks and all that. Teeswater's famous for their monster trucks. Ow. They have monster trucks down there. Port Elgin, they have trucks, but it's not really a monster truck area, where Teeswater is like monster trucks. People are in their big monster trucks. And that's how they live down there. It's crazy down there. And it's Phil Thompson in the goddamn monster truck most of the time too. But then during the fair, it's other people, and they got so many gosh damn trucks. There was people coming from all over Ontario. I seen trucks. I lost my truck in Teeswater. There's mafias hunting people's trucks over there, all types of shit. So watch that. I'm serious. People bring their guns or whatever when they go there or whatever. Because if you don't bring your gun in your truck and have it on you or whatever, then you're a goddamn idiot or whatever. Because that's the way it is over there. And when I seen it was like that, I said, damn, Tommy, you better get the hell out of here. You don't even have a gun. And they have the real ones, and they're really carrying them and shit like that. And I just came from the States where it was like that. So I said, finally, he's grown up or whatever, and he's grown up to get his own gun or whatever. But gosh damn, he almost got goddamn. Though they deactivate your cars. They put sugar in my gas tank. So 1 minute you think you're in Teeswater, the next minute you're stuck in Teeswater. You can't leave. They got fucking guns. Boom, you're dead. They take your car because you can't turn it on because it's the sugar in the gas tank. Just like on the scary movies. That's it. And that's the funny thing. When I first moved there, I seen on the side of the building, it's spray painted. If they still don't have that covered up, then they are just junk. Because it was over by the store, and it would say, get out, and If they don't have that shit covered up by now, then they're not anything credible down there in Teeswater. Let me know. Do they have that spray paint covered up that says get out and shit like that all over the side of the building there? Because if that's still there, then the men there are lazy. They don't even have a grocery store over there. Even this fat guy does more than some of them over there. Anyways.